Have you ever looked at someone and thought, I wish I knew what's going on in their mind? Not in a magical way, but in a real human way. Because sometimes people don't say what they feel. Sometimes they hide it, and sometimes they don't even understand it themselves. But here's the truth. You can't read thoughts, but you can read people, and today I'll show you how. Let's start with something very simple. The eyes. People say the eyes don't lie, and psychology agrees. When someone is truly interested or excited, their eyes don't just look, they react. The pupils expand, the eyebrows lift for a split second, and there's a small spark that you can't fake. But when someone is uncomfortable, their eyes avoid yours. Not slowly, but instantly, the moment they see you. That's how you know something's off, even if they smile. Now, let's talk about reactions. Most people think you read someone through their words, but the real truth is this. The first half second tells you everything. If you share good news and their face drops before they smile, that tiny moment reveals jealousy. If you tell them something serious and they smirk for a second, that moment reveals disrespect. People can fake emotions, but they can't fake the moment before they remember to fake it. Next is the voice. Listen to how someone speaks, not just what they say. Someone who says, I'm fine in a slow, quiet voice is not fine at all. A shaky voice means fear. A fast, breathless voice means nervousness. A slow, steady tone means confidence, or sometimes emotional distance. The voice is like a doorway to the mind. Once you learn to listen, you hear everything they're trying not to say. Now, here's something most people never notice. The feet. People control their face, they control their hands, but they rarely control their feet. If someone's feet point toward you, they're comfortable. If they point toward the exit, they want the conversation to end. Even if they're smiling, even if they're pretending. Feet don't lie. Another powerful tool is energy reading. When you enter a room, watch how people change. Do they brighten up? Do they become stiff? Do they turn silent? Do they talk more? The body reacts before the mind gets time to think. Someone's energy shift is usually the most honest answer you'll ever get. But here's the next part. Mind reading isn't only about what people show, it's also about what they avoid. When someone avoids eye contact, they're hiding something. When someone avoids certain topics, they're protecting themselves. When someone talks too much, they're craving connection. And when someone talks too little, they're guarding their inner world. What people avoid tells you just as much as what they say. And here's the final piece. Compare their behavior to their past behavior, not yours. Reading people is not about asking a what would I do, because everyone has a different story, different fears, different trauma, different habits. Compare them to themselves. If someone who's usually talkative becomes quiet, something's wrong. If someone who's usually distant suddenly opens up, that's trust. If someone who's always confident looks tense, that's fear. Patterns tell you the truth. Breaks in patterns tell you even more. So, do you need supernatural powers to read someone's mind? No. You just need to observe the small things. Their eyes, their tone, their reactions, their feet, their energy, their patterns. Because the mind is always speaking, even when the mouth is not. And if you learned something new today, stick around. There's a lot more psychology coming your way.